You know, it seems like the motion to vacate conversation that was taking place before kind of has fizzled out a little bit.
Which one? Which
The one,
conversation?
some of the members were wanting to raise the motion to vacate threshold because they don't want this to happen again with the ousting. Is that conversation still on the table from your sense?
I'm sure the conversation is still on the table, but the question is, we need a speaker. We can be concerned about the rules, but right now we need a speaker. So the priority is making sure that we together as a conference, work as a team. We've got the majority, as narrow as it may be, but that we're showing leadership from all ranks in working as one to make sure that we are getting our conservative principles over the finish line is going to be topmost. I'm looking at spending, and I'm looking at border security. Being a Texas representative, I think that's where we need to focus our efforts. And I've been very clear with Jim that I cannot vote for continuation of Nancy Pelosi spending levels. It's completely unsustainable, irresponsible, and has led to our inflation and our interest rates hikes. I can't keep putting that on the folks that are in my district.
Yeah. What is your sense of confidence about tomorrow, though? I mean, we saw, like big players like Mike Rogers.
Don't ask me that, because last week I was hopeful, I was optimistic that whoever came out of our conference with a nominee was going to be able to get elected. I'm not going to underestimate what 5 members of our conference, can put it forth. I think it was a mistake. The motion to vacate, I believe that was a mistake. I think if you're going to blow something up, you got to have a plan B. And you have a strategy in place, and I didn't see that. And I think that's why you've seen us the last couple of weeks, try to figure out who's running, what are they running for, what do they stand for. You've had less than 2 weeks now to campaign. I think Jim Jordan has been an absolute bulldog on as a judiciary chairman. I really appreciate his focus there. What I want to make sure is he is equally as determined and focused on not just the impeachment inquiries and investigations, but also on making sure that our spending levels are responsible and that we are protecting our border, especially given what's happening in Israel right now.
Are you prepared to vote for it up on the floor?
I'm still considering, but I'm prepared to put a vote for our nominee.
So, and then last question for you, just about how former Speaker Kevin McCarthy handled all this. It's very interesting. You had people still wanting him to push him into that position even after he said he wanted people to vote for the nominee, right? So how do you feel like he's handled all of this?
I supported Kevin through 15 hard votes. Anybody who believes that it was just hitting the same button over and over again, wasn't in that room, wasn't getting my emails, wasn't getting my text messages, wasn't getting my voicemails. That was a hard night. I supported Kevin, and I will give him credit for bringing forward a bill that had a 30% cut in discretionary spending, that H.R. 2, getting our Parental Bill of Rights Act passed, getting our H.R. 1, which focused on energy production, passed. We were able to get some really strong things under Kevin. I think that the way he has handled this has really shown class. He did not want to continue putting the conference through that kind of division publicly. So he was willing to step down, even though this is a position that he had really worked for, supported a number of members, raised money, talked to reporters, acted as the voice of the party. He'd done that for a number of years. I didn't always agree with his policies, and it's clear from my voting record, those policies that I didn't agree with, I voted no on. But moving forward, I think he did the right thing when he said, look, it's been done. I'm moving forward, but we need to get behind. He got behind Scalise. He got behind the nominee in Jim Jordan, and I think he's trying to do the right thing now.
And then just last question for you. It sounds like you're a little bit skeptical of Jim Jordan. You're saying that he's very great on the Judiciary Committee, but also there are some things you're concerned about spending. If you could
his plan last week was that we are going to put forward a clean continuing resolution, so a clean CR. What you saw 2 weeks ago was 21 members of our conference voted against a CR that had a 30% decrease in discretionary spending and included a very strong border bill. 21 members of our conference voted against that, so it went down. The very next day, we had what was more or less a clean CR. 90 members of our conference voted against that. If his solution to moving forward on not having the government shut down when we're done with our 45-day CR, which is what got passed, is to have another continuing resolution, I think it's dead on arrival.
Okay.
You're going to have to change the minds of 86 of those 90 members who voted against it.